And welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the best ways to earn money currently in the storage. First one and off the bat, don't use any of your resources at all. Let's go ahead and put everything away, including my shotgun shells. You might be asking, why am I doing this? There is one thing I am going to hold though, is just the knife. So what I'm about to mention is one of the best ways, but it's also the slowest way to do it, is by simply holding a knife, waiting until I find an entity. Once I find an entity, running to my base, and 80 money. Next is the basement version. All we have to do is open to a monster of any type. Let's open something. Okay, bananas as an example is perfect. You are going to die doing this method, just keep that in mind. And we are dead. Now you're going to notice the actual banana is still here. Don't be like me, who ends up absolutely fucking up and doesn't save their spot. Back at the elevator, banana's still here, as you could tell. Now that we died and brought him up here, we just run into my base. And that is a bunch of money. Speed, blessings, their stuff, revolvers, everything I just got. I spent absolutely no money at all to get or lose. Obviously, besides a knife, nobody really cares about losing knives. But as you can see, that's a really good way of getting a bunch of loot. I'm pretty sure this time I'm going to show the whole process. Open, it's a witch. Let's get hit. Quickly run in, slide to the corner, and witch is officially in. All we're now going to do is come up with the witch. We're going to die here, but that's fine. But it's not a big deal. All we're going to do is dodge. Try to dodge again, but that doesn't happen. Witch is now right there. Let's quickly go back out. Come on, witch. Slide in. Let's hide behind the wall. And we got a living eye, some money, and the recipe. There we go. And even better, because this is a living eye, it has pretty good sell value. So let's check that out. 870 with the 1.5 times multiplier. Obviously, it's going to be less for the people who don't have it, but that's a good source of income. And that's next is going to involve these types of rooms. All you need to do is bring a semi-big entity over there. Slide in quick, jump, and now we're in these type of rooms. Now all I could do is, now that that's done, let's go ahead and get some more armor. I recommend, if you're doing this, that you have a crap ton of armor on you, so you don't accidentally run into a situation where, you're like me and have to pull fucking armor out of a safe. Okay, so this is the next strategy, which is around these specific rooms. All you need to do is open another room, quickly run back in, wait for the entity to spawn. As an example for these guys, let's close this door. As you can see, they're already dying to the spike traps. Now that they're in here, now we're going to finish them. That's free double barrels. Let's open it again. Okay, so leader seems to be stuck right there. Close it pretty quick. If you get stuck, that's fine. Just finish. A few entities literally cannot get into this room, and it's just free shit. As an example again, Megalodon. Look at that, 3,400 because I'm sitting in this room. There's no entity that can grab me through the wall or anything besides Ghoul and Witch, so keep that in mind. Another perfect example is the Angry Banana. And there you go, Angry Banana's down. I just got a bunch of money and a bunch of buffs. So let's go ahead and exit out of here. Next, showing off again, is going to be these guys. Except now all three of them. Now, I ran out of ammo, so let me quickly grab some ammo. As you could tell, I had to grab ammo, so make sure if you're going to do this method, you get a lot of ammo so you can hide in these and actually have a lot of fucking ammo and ammunition to be able to deal with a lot of entities and the amount of free loot you're about to get from using this method. This one's a ghoul. Slide. Armor up. Quickly. Okay, so he seems to be stuck there. I didn't need to pop a superhuman blessing. It's mainly so we can speed this guy up and to take less damage. So let's quickly get through. My bad, I can't even get through with him, so guess we're just gonna have to nom him down from here. There we go. Ghoul is dead, but it costed me a good amount of armor pads. So if you see a witch or a ghoul, I recommend just being careful when doing this strategy. Just always be careful with it. Next is the budget way, which is simply using a revolver and only a revolver. No buffs, no nothing. But as an example, I already have a buff on, so some people might not count this. As an example, I just snagged 650 in a double barrel. Let's quickly run back up, collect this, and now let's come back downstairs. And now I have a double barrel. Now I have an extra LMG. And an extra double barrel to use, just like that. A single revolver that had one clip and no extra ammo. I just pulled a bunch of stuff. Just keep slowly upgrading your weapons. It's infinite. It's literally infinite stuff. And just to prove it, all I'm going to have is a speed juice, armor pads, revolver, and knife. I'm not going to be using a speed juice until my superhuman blessing runs out. But as an example, let's go ahead and open these. Oh, look at that. Dwellers. Quickly run. Back up. That's one double barrel and 650. Two double barrels. There we go. And that's an LMG, two double barrels, and a bunch of armor for a singular clip with a superhuman blessing on. Let's do a spider. That's how much up a speed juice because it looks like my superhuman's about to run out. There we go. That's a bunch of money. 3 SMGs. More armor for later on, and a whole bunch of stuff, including wrenches and components for turrets. All using a single revolver, armor, and knives. Let's go ahead and do next one. More of that stuff. This time ahead, let's go ahead and be more careful. This time we got them separated. Free LMG and 1,000 money. Let's quickly run back. We're to the double barrel. Free double barrel. Another free double barrel and another 650. Megalodon. This will be the last one I'll be showing off for this. There we go. Megalodon, Megalodon teeth, and a bunch of money and shark teeth collected. Now I can craft more skins. So as you can see, even having just a revolver is perfect. And then if you could do this with a revolver, obviously you could do this with an AK. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Literally infinite loot. There is zero excuse to not have resources. Always make sure to PvP. I risked it and got an extra double barrel and an extra knife. Now I can go sell those for some money. In general, try to fight people your actual skill level so you're not just fighting absolute brain dead sweats. But even then, you could just sell their resources. You could also sneak kill, camp at bases, blah, blah, blah. But I don't recommend doing half of that. If you're desperate for money, just basement farm. But this is obviously showing all the good ways. And a good way is killing if you are good at PvP. Next, which I won't really show, I'll just show my previous streams. Just simply trade around, and you'll get a lot of resources. I went from 2 million all the way up to 7 million, just from trading a singular pumpkin key, as an example. But obviously, not everybody has a pumpkin key laying around, nor could get good offers. So just try trading if you actually want to sell your resources. If you have a lot of stuff, you can get a lot of money off of that too.